Youth Authority have assured that the long-stalled Azumah Nelson Sports Complex will be completed by the close of the year. The facility, one of the 10 designated youth resource centers, endured several years of neglect and deterioration. However, major works have resumed over the past few months, with intensive construction on the pitch scheduled to begin by the end of February. My colleague Gabby Ofer visited the facility and filed this report.
On June 28, 2024, ChannelOne News visited the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex, one of the 10 youth resource centers that had been abandoned, to assess the current state of the facility. What greeted the team was an alarming level of deterioration. The playing surface had been overtaken by reptiles and thick weeds, while vegetation had spread across the seating areas, making it difficult to recognize the complex as one of Accra's once prominent sporting facilities. The venue was previously among the major centers used for inter-school sports competitions and other activities in the capital. In a bid to restore the facility, the Minister for Youth and Development, George Opariado, disclosed during his appearance at the Accountability Series on August 4 that funds had been allocated to fast-track works at the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex.
We are reviewing the contracts, and in the next budget year, we will get funding. The Minister for Finance has promised that he will release funding for us to complete. It is not just the Azumah Nelson Complex. The question of NYA and then the 8 other resource sentences that have not been completed.
Following the assurances from the Minister for Youth Development, ChannelOne Sports revisited the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex on Monday, February 9, to assess the progress of work carried out between August 4, 2025 and February 9, 2026. Chief Executive Officer of the National Youth Authority, Azumah Ayariga, stated that the complex is expected to be fully completed by the close of 2026, based on funding allocated by the Ministry of Finance. He added that contractors are scheduled to begin work on the playing surface by the end of February.
We hope to complete the entire sports complex before end of year, thanks to the capital injection again from the Ministry of Finance, thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, which has been given to the National Youth Authority. He is very passionate about completing the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex. Not only this complex, but also the youth resource centers across the country.
Azumah Ayariga also reviewed that details of the total cost of construction works at the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex will be made public once the project is fully completed.
I wouldn't want to take the wind out of the sails, since we're already engaging the consultant to give us the figures. Okay. The figures have not yet come back to me, so I wouldn't want to go into figures that I will find it very difficult to defend in the future. Yeah. So I'll rather ask us to be a bit patient. If I have the full figures from the consultant, if we need to go through the right legal processes to have it approved, the entire public will be aware. If we have to advertise it, we have to announce it, we will do that. Everybody will be aware that this is what we need to complete it. This is the figure that we need. This is what government is giving us, and this is when we'll be able to complete it.
The reconstruction of the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex was being undertaken by New Case Construction Limited, with the project initially scheduled for completion in July 2020. But the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted the works, leaving the facility unfinished. However, Azumah Ayariga has indicated that once completed, the complex will not only serve as a venue for sporting activities, but will also provide space for recreational sports.
We're going to have an amphitheater space. That's also going to be an open space for people who want to come and work. It will be free internet, it will be free Wi-Fi behind the office. If you go to the back, you see that the amphitheater is still under construction.
You heard him right speaking, and also explaining, giving us timelines with regards to when this place will come to life. We're talking about the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex, one of the sports complex that actually hosted or was the training venue for Ghana when we hosted one of the African Cup of Nations in this country. Reporting for ChannelOne Sport here at the Azumah Nelson Sports Complex, I am Gabby Ofer.